Are you ready to awaken, heal, and align with your highest self? I'm Heather Lynn, founder of Heart Alchemy Wellness, a spiritual life coach, certified Ayurvedic nutritionist, QHHT practitioner, and 300-hour YTT yoga instructor. I've dedicated my journey to guiding others through deep transformations through shadow work and energetic healing. Through Chakra Wave Tuning and trauma-informed sound therapy, I help you unlock your inner wisdom, balance your energy, and step into your true power. Whether through one-on-one sessions or through our immersive retreats, I'm here to support your path to wholeness. Join me on this journey of self-discovery and healing. It's time to reclaim your power, awaken your heart, and step into the life you were meant to live.
Good morning, good morning, good morning, my lovers. Coach Heather Lynn here with Heart Alchemy Wellness. It's Tuesday. Let's just do a recap of what happened yesterday. So how was your guys' Monday? Mine came in like a thief in the night, and the next thing you know, I was done, and I'm like, wow, it's over. How's everyone been feeling about the energy just like speeding up? Seems like it's at like hyper speed. Like, that's really what it's felt like lately. It's like I bounce from one thing to the next thing to the next, which is okay because, you know, with fall coming up, or here almost, let's be honest, we are starting to slow down. So today I wanted to jump on, we're going to do our daily Qigong. Qigong is an ancient practice where we create Qi, or energy. We have 125 years of prenatal Qi, and we use it, and we live to be an average of, 79 to like 83 and a half, something like that, and maybe a little bit older. But basically what we're doing is we are cultivating our postnatal Qi. What that does is that allows us enough reserve so that when we are going through circumstances, we have enough in our reserve pile so that we are not tapping into our prenatal Qi. A good example of this is when you are sick and your body ages itself because of the ailment. That is one way that your body is using its life source or its prenatal Qi in order to help the body heal. So it's amazing how the beautiful will create a story. It'll tell you the story. It'll give you signals of the story. It'll throw boulders at you about the story. It'll start sending you red flags. And then it's going to be like, hey, Mug, it's time. Ace, sit down. Please, sir. I don't understand why he bounces back and forth, but he does. Okay, so let's go ahead and cleanse our energy. We're going to use our bell here. So let's go ahead and get us into the present moment. We're going to take a deep breath in. Let's go ahead and sigh this out. Do this 2 more times. Breathing in. Sigh it out. This time we're going to bring our shoulders up, and we are going to create some intentional chaos. So breathing in. Hold it just for a breath, and then release as we sigh out. Okay, get up here or get out. Those are the options. You too. Get up or out. She's like, I'm going over here. I'm like, that's your last option. I'm done. I done set the boundary, and that's how that works. Okay, so today I am using the Winged Enchantment Oracle deck. It is written by Leslie Morrison. So let's just dive right into this energy. See what kind of energy we have in. I don't know this. How are y'all feeling with Pluto and Capricorn back in town, y'all? Have y'all seen some dusty old people trying to come back through the gates of your life? I know I have. I've had everyone and the brother, like all the people that like I had well, you know what, let's just say, you know, unfit as this business with, I've been just bumping into everyone, and I'm like, okay, God, I see you. I see what you're showing me. I see what you're showing me. So today is number 1, the blackbird. And and it has a bunch of crows. So I'm basically going to show you the blackbird. And then we're going to read the energy, and then we'll dive right in. So there you go, blackbird. All right, so let's see what this blackbird energy is. And I'm assuming it's about new beginnings, because 1 is always about beginning. It says, I am Blackbird, the enchantress of the soul. I am melodies and hypnotic. I am the transportation of mind from one state to another. I am bringer of omens. I will entrance you with my song and open portals of spirit. I break through boundaries and remove what no longer separates you from eternity. If you have strayed into my woods, something enchanting is afoot. Mystery into my woods. Mystery has tempted you. The magical realms have seduced you. I can align you with the earth and the energy that encircles you. You are hearing the whispers of the ancients and calls of the deep woods. Look beyond everything else and see the layers. Listen carefully, be alert, let go, and embrace the experience. And it says, you are captivating, you are limitless, you are ethereal, you are the blackbird. And I'm just going to be honest, that is the type of work that I do. I'm not going to lie, I'm a past life regressionist. My job, one of my jobs or responsibilities or life purposes here on earth, stop. I get it that the bone's under the desk, but hang on, let me get this bone for him before he goes ham. I got it. Okay. Here you go. Is that necessary? Okay. Out. Everyone out. Go. Out. Get on out. Here's one for you. Here's one for you, baby. Go on. Out. Get out. Go. Get out. Go. Take your bone and go. Take it and go. Hang on, guys. I'm just getting bones out of my room. All right. Sorry about that. So we've been talking about new beginnings, endings, and how to set yourself up. Basically, how do you break and then build yourself back up stronger and wholer than you were before? Because I'm just going to be honest, guys. Since 2008, 2009, whatever essence, energy, lessons you were supposed to be learning from Capricorn are finally showing its nasty face. Like, I can see it now. Like, genuinely, I can see it now. It's amazing. So, the blackbird. All right. Also, I wanted to go over one thing. This week, I really wanted to introduce the Gene Keys. Because, guys, the Gene Keys has really helped me eliminate my karma and allow me to walk in my dharma. My dharma is my life's purpose. And I wouldn't have even known my life purpose had I not done this. Because, guys, I was going to give up on business, like, altogether. I was like, fuck it. I'm done. Like, I didn't wait, you know, and that's how I felt. I'm going to be honest. My 5-1 profile, you know, and the overgiver in me was like, I overgave and I'm just done. Like, I don't want anything to do with that, but that is my life's purpose, is to be bringing people together through multi-diverse backgrounds. And I do that through work. I do this through my hands-on work. I do this through, obviously, my daily vibes with Heather Lynn work. And it all started from this book right here called The Gene Keys by Richard Rudd. And I wanted to take a moment and have you guys go to the Gene Keys. Just type in Google Gene Keys by Richard Rudd. And I want you guys to go in and I want you to create a profile. And I want you to start looking at your profile. And I want you to start looking at your sequences. So you have just your activation sequence, you have your Venus sequence, which is your love sequence, and then you have your purpose. So in the middle of my life's purpose, or my Pearl sequence, is Gene Key 47. And this week is the activation of this Gene Key. And this is my life's purpose, guys. And do you know what's crazy? Do you know what this Gene Key is? It is the Gene Key of the Alchemist. So basically, my life's purpose, didn't even know it, was transmuting the past. Basically, traveling the Akashic Records. How about that? You know, for the past 4 years, I've been afraid to talk about the Akashic Records and about what y'all are going to think, or about what any employer would think about what I have to say. You know what I have to say about that? I don't care, because this is my life's work and ain't nothing getting in my way. And I want to speak about the things that I'm passionate about. And these Gene Keys are very important. But I want to let you guys know that Gene Key 47 is activated this week. And the shadow of this is oppression. The gift is transmutation. And the city, or the enlightened gift of this gate, or this key, is transfiguration. And if you follow the wheel of the year, okay, which is very similar to the wheel of the year in astrology, because that's what these Gene Keys are based off of. It talks about what body part that it relates to. So if you're going to wind up having some ailment, it's going to be somewhere on this Gene Key. And these Gene Keys, for me specifically, I have Gene Key 40. Gene Key 40 is the Gene Key that will actually activate cancer. I have that motherfucker. I own it. I own it. It is in my Gene Key. The number one cause of cancer is this particular Gene Key, number 40. And that is Gene Key exhaustion, the gift of resolve, and the city is divine will. So basically what it is Gene Key 40 reminds us of utilizing our energy, our Bella stop, our prenatal chi, and abusing it. And we're using it through lower vibrations, which create dis-ease and ailments, okay? So, using force, not will, not allowing things to go. So, basically, this week is the magic mirror effect. Hang on. Stop it! Now! It is 7 in the morning. Stop! Bella, stop it. Hey, hey, right up here, out the window. Stop. Oh my gosh. It's funny, she's looking around and looking for me. She's like, where are you? I'm like, I'm in the window. Okay, so what I would like to do, hang on, let me get her to stop. Okay, so I'm playing with manifestations, just like right now. I'm trying to learn how to do instant manifestations. For example, when the dog's barking, I'm trying to imagine the dog doing something different. And of course she stopped barking. So life is a game. You gotta play with your manifestations. Embrace yourself in it. Play with something different. Throw a different colored poop at the wall and see if it sticks. You know, maybe the green poop stinks. Maybe the brown is better. Maybe the yellow's the best. I don't know. You know, these are the things that we need to decide based on our own design. But anyway, so this Gene Key this week with the oppression, transmutation, and transfiguration, I'm just going to tell you my experience of this Gene Key this week. Okay? Because since this is my life's purpose, is to overcome oppression. And I can see that now. I can see that my Gene Key has taught me, it made me go through all of the shadow. It led me to basically be able to look at the past and how to be able to see through the layers of the Akashic records. Okay, and the Akashic records is basically is how we're all one. That is our Christ consciousness that we connect into, that we connect to the divine. That is the divine knowledge. That is basically us getting our downloads and stuff like that. At least that's my theory and thought about how that works. I don't know about your theories and thoughts, but for me, that's how we get and we channel and we are able to pray, meditate, connect with source, is through our Christ consciousness. That's why it's so important, literally, to embrace this energy. We have once a month where we could actually cultivate this Christ consciousness and basically bring it up through our system and have a Kundalini experience. All right, which can shift and transform your entire life. So there's a lot of things that, you know, the gene keys can teach us. And it also taught me not to give up on my dreams, because really I just wanted to go. I was going in my Aquarian side where I'm like, let's just go retreat. Let's just go live off the land and da. I can't do that. My soul needs connection. I did have to go and hiatus for about 2 years in order for me to go through this deep, intense transformation of who I was as Heather, the all-seed agent, to Heather, the I am many various things. And I am all of these gifts, and they are all beautiful. And not one of them is any better than the other. And it also taught me that when endings are done, it is done. And that's where the oppression comes from. So I have a gene key where I'm an overgiver. And this isn't to everyone. This is just basically to like my immediate family and stuff like that. And when I overgive and I don't receive equal fair return, I become angry. And for me, my anger is more of a controlling anger. Like, I can control my space, get out, you know, instead of trying to alchemize the energy. However, on some scales, you're not really supposed to be alchemizing anything except your own shit. Because that's what it's our feelings, our actions and reactions to circumstances that we need to deal with. The other person isn't doing anything. And a lot of times, most people don't even realize the effect that they have on us, because this is a shadow frequency. Oppression is a shadow frequency. You can also use this as an oracle book, right? Like, hey, I'm having this problem. What am I dealing with this? Oh, here we go. Family alchemy. I just did it as a thing. Family alchemy. Weakness, equality, tenderness. So this is what I've been going through with my family. I've been going through the weaknesses of our lineage, and I've been transmuting and alchemizing these energies. They are deep, they are fucking raw, and ain't no one in my family ever wanting to look at this. I know for a fact, because my dad is a life path 7, which means that he carries a lot of masculine energy, a lot of action-oriented energy. His goal was to bring something tangible here to the 3D, which he did through his art and through his paint and, things like that. And come to find out, we're artists, and I never realized that I am an artist inside. My sisters are artists. We can all draw, we can paint, we can sing. We all have some facet of artistry in us. And for me, I'm trying to find the artisan in me, because that's how I tap into the divine feminine side, and I embrace this side of me that I have been denying my entire life. Everyone thinks I'm some big hard ass. I am not. I am soft as tissue. I basically put this big, hard, crusty, hard exterior cover over me so that people don't see that I do, that I am human too. I am not some superhero. I do cultivate some superhero kick-ass gifts, but I'm still human. I still live the human experience. I still go through ups and downs. My life still goes through cycles. There are still learning lessons that I still have to learn here on earth, right? Just like you. I'm just trying to enjoy the ride this time. In the past, I worried so much about what everyone was going to do. How am I going to get there? How am I going to get there? It doesn't matter. If you're a life path 8, you're very abundant. You should never really have to worry about financial means ever, because you are very abundant in your ways to create money and stability and, you know, generate some sort of capacity for you to be able to handle the needs that you have. So that's where I'm at, guys. Gene Key 47, Human Design. Go look that up. There's actually a weekly podcast called the Gene Key Pulse. Okay, if you go in and look up Google Gene Key Pulse, it's going to take you to this particular podcast. This is a weekly podcast. It goes every Sunday from Sunday to Sunday. All right, this energy is very, very intense. So think about the time, about what's being oppressed from us. The media is being oppressed. There's a lot of outward expansion that is basically putting limitations on our beliefs. We look at the news, we look at the presidential campaign. All of these restrictions are basically going to cause us to retract inside. And what we've got to realize is, why is this contraction happening? What is it within me that is being activated and triggered that I need to make an action, right? What action do you need to take? So let's just go ahead and get this Qigong, because I'm about done with her barking. I've had it. I haven't been getting much sleep lately. And I definitely need to get some sleep tonight, just because at the pace I run, you know, Bella, stop! Getting 6 hours of sleep is not it. It's just not it. Like, if that's the one thing that I have to do for myself, is to be in bed at like 10:30, because my body is just like, well, I'm going through this, everyone, we're going through this healing phase. Like, whatever cycles or whatever experience you guys had over the weekend, that was to crack us open, to crack our little heart open, so that we can sit there and love it and be like, I see you, it's okay. But when we stuff and shove that stuff, it does go somewhere, and then we start bubbling out with the emotions where we're like, oh my gosh, how do I know? Guilty. Oh, what? Did I say that? Yes. I'm guilty of all these, because I own my shit. Because you know what? If I'm not truth with even myself, that behavior continues to go on. And guess what? The Virgo in me and my Saturn, my Virgo, was like, that is not it. So I have to, so I really have to pay attention to what my intuition is telling me. And right now, guys, like, my intuition, like, after this, like, breakup and, like, not having sex and clearing out my my sacral womb and stuff, like, for real, that shit is, like, crazy, like, just how much room and just, like, stuff. You don't realize what you carry of others until you start purging it out energetically. You'd be amazed. So let's do this. We're gonna clap our hands 9 times. We're gonna do each sequence 9 times to create some G. So here we go. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Underarm. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Other side. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. We're gonna move to our elbow creases. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Other side. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Feet. Watch out, kitty. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18. Also, I wanted to make a side note. Heart Alchemy Mobile Wellness Center is still a go. It's still there. I'm still a Mobile Wellness Center. However, we did get our space back so that we can have sessions. And I actually have a place to house all of my events and everything, because y'all, my sister moved out. Oh, yes. Round of applause there. Good manifestation, Heather. She didn't pay her half of the responsibilities for the month, so I had to eat that. Thank goodness I'm abundant in that aspect. Thank you. Yeah. So I got my healing room done, did my first healing session late night the night before with my daughter. That's why I was up till past midnight. I've been up past midnight the past 2 nights. Like, this has been fucking crazy. Fuck that. My body's like, no more, Mom. No more. Because I'm the mother of my body. I am the mother and the father of my vessel. So my dad's like, you better sit there and start listening, because your sleep and your rest is the number one important thing for a very abundant mind, body, spirit. And it is. It is. Eating is second, or I would say hydrating is number 1. Mental is number 2. Because guess what? If you ain't drinking, your ass ain't got shit to be worried about mentally. Just being real. Just being real. Just being real. Alright, y'all. You guys have an amazing day. Check out Gene Key number 47. This is going to be right on time. And guess what? If you listen to it and you read it, you're going to activate this in your alchemical process too. Because guess what? We all carry all 64 genes in our human genome. Right? And we all experience the wheel of the year, and we all have natal transits in our natal chart, which line up with all of this. So, if you want to know a little bit more about yourself, and you want to know why your path has been so checkered, this is why. This is why. Because some of us came here as a design, like, if most of your planets in your astrological chart are in the lower half or in the night hours, that means you probably are going to have some shadow work to do. Just being honest. Just being real honest. There's probably some shadow work. If you have, planets more in top heavy, that means you're probably more lighter, more, it just means that there isn't as much in the underground that you need to go through to alchemize and transmute. For me specifically, I know who I am. I came here to cleanse my lineage. That's who I am. I travel through time and space cleaning house. I'm the family housekeeper, and I don't leave any corners dusty. If something comes up in my alchemical process, or I get a download that something's about to happen, instead of quaking in my shoes like I used to, because now I'm getting dreams. So last week, remember, y'all, I told you about that dream, about how the world was going to end, and I just kept putting my hands out, and I'm like, I'm just going to go, and I'm fine, I'm one with myself, da, 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 da. Basically, you know what it was? And then I had a dream the next time that I was preparing. I was prepared mentally, like my body knew that this shit was going to happen. Like I knew psychically that this shit was going to happen, and my body's like, you better prepare. And it was letting me know that I was going to be in a state of confusion, but there was nothing to take with me out of it. I'm like, you've got to be kidding me. So I'm getting visions and dreams, weeks, I'm just going to be honest. It's not that far in advance. It's not that. It's maybe 3 to 4 days. I had started having that dream twice. I actually had that fucking dream 3 times though last week. Like it was like, pay attention. But I didn't really know what it meant. You know what I mean? Like trying to decipher dreams and stuff like that through symbology, that stuff takes some time. I do have a full-time career where I'm where I have to man up and lead a team. So that means that a lot of my energetic mind space is absorbed and taken up in that facet. But this creeped through the brain hole, and I was like, what? So, I don't know. I've just had a lot of aha moments this month. And partly of it's been because I've been purging, I've been celibate, and I've been purging. I've been doing shadow work. And actually I'm done with shadow work. I've been told I've been done with shadow work, and the only thing that I can do, like this Pluto and Capricorn, is that as things come up, I just need to alchemize it. and transmute it. But I never realized that that was my life's purpose, was to help others transmute. It was the alchemist. I'm like, that makes so much sense. Like, yesterday I looked at that because I'm like, I know I have 47 in my jinky. I know I have it in my jinkies. I know it's in there. I know it's in there because it's oppression. I remember that, and it's the alchemist. And da-da-da-da, and da-da-da-da. And sure as shit, that's my life's purpose. Or my life's work. Helping people with the shadow, which makes sense why I do quantum healing hypnosis. I take people through time and space to go capture emotional echo prints from their past. We're going and retrieving. It's called soul retrieval, or calling back your parts, whatever you want to call it, you know, but it's true. Psychiatrists do it. And psychology, you know, psychologists, they do it in their therapy sessions. How do you think that? I already told you my whole philosophy on the program. I'm self-taught. A lot of the things I am certified in, a lot of the modalities that I do. But as far as I have a minor in psychology, so I have the psychological aspect. I'm certified in NLP, which basically teaches me how to read people's behaviors and mannerisms. And I told you the other day when that girl was like, I found out why, and I was like, you gotta be kidding me. Remember the mirror effect? And the thing is, though, is the reason why I recognize that behavior, because I was that girl at one point. So that's how I recognize that behavior. Because it's a facet of me. What do? Do I tell her I see you because it's a part of me that I had to overcome, that I had to burn down within my own essence, the fear that if I don't do this, that I'm going to lose everything? Girl, we lose shit. When we are so bound tight like that, Pluto's going to come in and take it from you anyway as an energetic release. Because we hold on too tight to something. Like if we would just pick up some sand and we would just hold it like this, the sand would eventually just drip out evenly, nice and easy. But as soon as we start to hold on too tight, the sand starts to pick up speed. And then next thing you know, once we get our hands closed, it's gone. But if we would have just kept our hands open and just savored that moment and that season and all that energy and essence versus trying to control and hold on to it, who knows how long that energy would have lasted? Who knows? You might have had some still in the palm of your hand, just a little resonance. Who knows? Right? So check out the Gene Keys, guys. And there's something that I'm brewing. I don't know what, so I'm not going to talk much about it. But I am going to try to bring some stuff to my tribe, to where you guys can start navigating and diving into your own human design. And I'm going to start hosting one-on-ones over the winter. I think we're going to start following the wheel of the year with the Gene Keys. But I think we're going to do that as of January. We started off at the beginning of the year. You know, which actually the beginning of the year would have been in springtime, technically. But, or March, something like that. I don't know. It's not fucking December. I know that. That was our man-made created. Let's just change it to accommodate our needs for the public society based on today's standards. Alright, y'all, I could sit here and bullshit all day long. Let's just be honest, because I'm just I like shooting the shit. Alright, so let's just go ahead and we're going to bring our hands together. We're going to go ahead and rub them, and we're going to create some chi. And what we're going to do is once your hands get nice and warm, we're going to go ahead and bring our hands over our eyes. And then we're going to take a deep breath in through our nose. Sigh it out. One more time. I just want to leave you guys with something today. The light in me sees the light in you. I ask of you to see the light in you and extend your light to another. How is it that you can be the light in someone else's day today? How can you be a guide, a friend, a confidant? How can you provide space for others in your life to connect to you more? How can you become more openly available for conversation? What characteristics and attributes and gifts do you have that you can help assist others with their needs and their trials and their tribulations? And last but not least, shine brightly. This is the time where we as light leaders and as thought leaders need to remember that it's our job to remind you that the energy is as fluid as we allow it to be. If there's something that is in the emotional waters, now is the time to complete it. This is a time of completion. This is a time where energetically the universe supports us in these jumps and energy. Embrace it. Take it. Because as people are waking up over the next couple of months, because let's just be honest, this next 6 months is a critical time. And as light leaders need to be ready, healthy, strong, with our light sword in our hand, ready to combat the energies that this Pluto Capricorn is going to create. There's going to be a lot of confusion, a lot of disruption. And the people that are not in alignment with themselves and understand and know and have a deep knowing and trust and relationship with God, source, or whatever you believe, this could be a time where your foundation is faltered. And you're going to need to lean on one another in a way that we haven't in the past. So this is just a reminder to be the light, to be the love, and to be the way shower. Being the way shower is not easy. It is not easy. It is not easy for me to go on here and to be ostracized from my family saying, oh, she thinks she can travel through time and space. I can. I have proof. I have validation. I have receipts for this. I have miraculous healing from this. I'm okay with being ostracized because I know that the work that I do has value, and that it's not from man's value but from my heart, and that when we create from our hearts and we walk through our life's dharma, through our life's purpose, in my case it is utilizing this 47th gene key, because I myself had to go through years of oppression so that I could alchemize this energy, and so that I can transform it, so that I can be the leader that I am today, so that I can hold space for the ones that are broken like I was, so that I know how to have the tools in my arsenal of what needs to be done. So what light is it that you're lighting today? What is it that you need for yourself and for others to help you keep your light strong? So we're going to leave it with that. We're going to bring our hands into prayer center. Bring it up to our third eye. Set an intention for the day. Thank one another for our time and our space here today. So it is. And I'm being guided to channel, which is where I close my eyes and then I just start channeling divine messages. because when I close my eyes, I tap into something that's not me. When my eyes are open, my ego really gets in the way because I'm human. I'm fucking human, man. All this sensory I hear is like, oh my gosh, there's so much going on. Oh my gosh, my eyes want to see everything. All right, much love and light. Have a great day, guys.
I bet you didn't know that healing could feel this transformative. Join us in Colorado for a retreat unlike any other. Join us from June 6th to 9th at the Sacred Kingdom, Colorado Holistic Retreat, nestled near Fort Collins. Imagine immersing yourself in nature, surrounded by breathtaking scenery and connecting with a community of like-minded souls. Led by Marcus Christolite of Sacred Light, Heather Lynn of Heart Alchemy Wellness, our retreat offers a unique blend of quantum healing modalities designed to elevate your mind, body, and spirit. Experience the profound effects of quantum hypnosis, where you'll unlock hidden potentials and release deep-seated emotions. Dive into the soothing waves of sound healing, allowing vibrations to wash over you and restore your inner harmony. Engage in guided meditations that will ground you in the present moment and reconnect you with your true self. And that's not all. You'll enjoy nourishing vegetarian and vegan meals, sip on cacao and reishi coffee, and hike through the picturesque landscape. It's not just a retreat, it's a journey to wholeness. Whether you're a seasoned wellness seeker or new to holistic practices, this retreat welcomes you with open arms. Don't miss out on this extraordinary opportunity to heal, grow, and reconnect. Scan the QR code on the flyer to start your registration, or text Marcus Christolite at 513-238-5580 for more information. Transform your life and embrace the journey at the Sacred Kingdom, Colorado Holistic Retreat.